Today I'm predicting Game Week 11 of the Premier League, and the table itself is quite wacky. We have Sunderland in 4th place, Bournemouth in 5th place, my beloved Chelsea, who should be first, in 7th place, and Wolves rock bottom with 2 points. And the most wackiest of all is Arsenal being first. Now before I start, could you like, comment, share, subscribe, hype the video? My name is Electric Kebab, thank you for doing so. Our first match, we travel to Arsenal's North London counterparts, their biggest rivals, Tottenham Hotspur. It's at their stadium, North London, and they're playing Manchester United. Now, this is quite an interesting match because I don't know who the clear favourite is here, if there even is one. But I do think this is going to be a match where it's going to be a close match, but I think Thomas Frank's men will win. I just really like their team, and not the club, but their team, and he's a top manager. And I feel like with the personnel he has, he definitely can win this match. And yes, Amram, he has had a great run of form, but I think that, Thomas Frank, he just lost his last Premier League game against Chelsea, which they were gonna anyways, but they lost, and they want to have a bit of revenge, take something back, take some pride back, and I think they're gonna go and win this one. And if he does, it would be a great win for them. But if Amram wins, I mean, genuinely, Man United could go and run him. And if they do win, it'll be 5 unbeaten. But I do think Tottenham will go and win, and they'll cement themselves as 4th place, I think. And yeah, they're at home as well, home advantage. I think they will go and win, and it'll be Tottenham. Let's go on. Brentford will score for Man United, and I'll say Tottenham will score 2 goals. Let's say Kudus and whoever the striker is. Actually, Van der Ven. Because, he played like Messi last time in the last game. If you haven't seen his goal, check the goal out. It's insane. And they won 2-1. The next match is Everton versus Fulham, the other side of the country. We're going to Liverpool, and it's Everton versus Fulham. Everton at home, they've had a great start this season under Dave Moyes, and for their standards. And Fulham, they're around the same in the table, and I think this will be an Everton win. I just feel like with home ground advantage and how much they've had to travel Fulham, I think they will win. And I feel like Jack Grealish will really show everyone how great he is if he's available for that game. And I just feel like Everton have a great chance to really push themselves up the table. I think they'll win this one 3-1, where you've got Grealish scoring, Jusby Hall with 2 assists, and NDI, maybe he'll score 2. And Fulham, let's go with one of the centre backs scoring, and it'll be 3-1 to Everton. The next match is West Ham United versus Burnley. Now, this is 2 teams who are relegation contenders, and they're near the bottom of the table. I think this is a quite interesting match, but I think this will be quite a dominant match, not by scoreline or how attacking they will be, but I feel like West Ham will win this match. I think they'll win 2-0. They keep a clean sheet, and Espirito Santo will have 2 wins in a row. And I feel like it's going to be kind of an easy match. And this win, do you know what it means? It means that West Ham will go out of the bottom 3, and they will be above the relegation zone, and Burnley will drop into it. And I feel like it's a match that Espirito Santo has to win, and I feel like they will win, and you'll have Susek scoring and Jared Bowen scoring. And West Ham will win 2-0. The next match is Sunderland versus Arsenal. Now, this is a match where I'm going to say is going to be a huge upset. No one's winning this match, which is, strange when I say upset, but I think it's going to end in a 0-0 match. And I feel like Sunderland, they really are showing that they are the best underdogs, we've seen in a long time. And I feel like they're going to draw this match 0-0, and they're definitely happy. They will definitely take this, and, they can stay in 4th or 5th. They're 4th right now, but probably drop down to 5th or 6th if they draw. And it will be a very deserved result. And, Arsenal, I don't see them conceding a goal. They barely even conceded a shot on target, this month, which is crazy to say, just 1 shot on target this month. So I do think it'll end 0-0, and Sunderland will take that. And Arsenal, they won't be too happy, but it'll be 0-0. And yeah, the next match is going to be Chelsea versus Wolves at Stamford Bridge. My beloved Chelsea, please just win this. We are very inconsistent. We could beat Spurs, which we always do, but we go and draw to Karabag. Please, I hope Estevas starts, and please, Mr. Mosca, I beg you, could you please win against Wolves? I really need you to win. and I feel like they will go and win. And Chelsea versus Wolves, if you look back at the matches, it's a match that a lot of goals do happen in. I mean, thinking about it, 4-3 was the last game. There was a 4-1. I remember Chalobah scoring his first goal. That was an insane goal. And what was it, 4-2? But we scored a lot against them. And I think even one match it was 6-0. It was Everton, I'm not too sure. But we do score a lot of goals against Wolves, and I feel like that theme will continue. And I feel like Chelsea will... They did score 3 last time Wolves, but I'm going to say it'll end 4-1 to Chelsea. I'm going to say 5-1 to Chelsea. And because I feel like Maresca would have learned how to play against Wolves, even though they are managerless. So it will be a bit different. And because they are managerless, it will be, they could have a big surprise in store for Chelsea, which is why we could actually lose this match. But I don't think we will. I think it'll end 4-1, and Chelsea will be very happy. And I feel like if Delap does start, which I'm not sure if he does because of the red card he had in the Wolves game, I don't know if that carries over to the Premier League for all domestic competitions. But I do think Delap will score, and I feel like Esteval, if he gets into the game, he'll score. Pedro Neto will score, and let's go Enzo Fernandez, he'll go and score. And I think it'll end 4-1, and Chelsea will definitely take this, and we can just keep continuing to climb up that league table. And over to Sunday, the next match is Aston Villa versus Bournemouth. Both teams which are, for me, quite likeable teams. Bournemouth are a great team, but I do think Aston Villa are going to win this. They're a home ground advantage. I think they'll win this one 3-2, and maybe we'll start to see both these teams go in the opposite direction league position wise. And I feel like Aston Villa will soon leapfrog over Bournemouth. And if they do, it's a very deserved win, I must say. But I do think they'll win, let's say 2-1. And obviously Semenyo will score. And let's go Morgan Rogers. And let's go one of the defenders. They'll go and score, and it'll end 2-1 to Aston Villa. Aston Villa will definitely take this, and they can, slowly push up the league table. Okay, Brentford versus Newcastle. This is a match where I don't know what to say, to be honest, but I'm going to say it's a draw. I'm going to say it's a 2-2 draw, because Brentford, for some reason, I don't know how, they've replaced their manager, they've lost their star players, but they still somehow do good. They are, incredible. And Newcastle, they're in the top 8 in the Champions League. It's very hard to do, and they've just been great form-wise as well. It's very hard, and Brentford all at home. I do think it's going to end 2-2. And it'll be a great match. Voltemada, he's going to get 2 assists here. Bruno Guimaraes, he'll score. Let's go one of the centre-backs who will go and score. Brentford, I feel like, I don't really know much of their players, but I feel like they will go and get 2, and it'll end in a great match. And I don't think anyone's winning here, so I'm going to go 2-2. The next match is Crystal Palace versus Brighton. This is apparently a derby. No idea why. But I feel like this is a match where both teams, they're great giant killers, and when they go on run of form, they're all great when they're in the run of form. But at times, they're just a bit meh. But I do think this is a match where Crystal Palace, they're at home. I feel like they're going to get the win here. Oliver Glasner, he'll do his homework, and I feel like he'll win here 3-1. Mitoma will score for Brighton, but Crystal Palace, they're going to have, let's go, Ismail Assar and Mateta scoring 2. I feel like they'll win. They'll be very happy getting one over their rivals. I'm joking. And I feel like they'll win. Hope to show people, we're not playing about. The next match, it is Nottingham Forest versus Leeds, 2 clubs who have massive fan bases, and it's going to be a very, you could say a 6-pointer, because both teams are near the relegation zone. One is actually in it, Nottingham Forest, and with the new manager, it's going to be a really weird match, because both these teams, you'd assume they'd play quite defensively, but they could pull a little bit different. Nottingham Forest had a disappointing result in the Europa League. They drew, I think it was 0-0. And Leeds United, I forgot who they played last time, but I think they probably lost. And I feel like this is a match where both teams really need to win, and they will go for the win. And I feel like this will end in, let's say, a 2-0 win for Nottingham Forest. I think they just have the better personnel, and I feel like they'll be able to win this one. And I feel like they will win this one. And this result If it does happen like this, it's very important. You know why? Because Nottingham Forest will replace Leeds in their league position, and Leeds will go to the bottom three, and Nottingham Forest will get out of it. And I feel like, this could be the end for Leeds and Burnley's, Premier League hopes, really. Not saying they're totally over, but I'm assuming it'll continue like this. They'll just keep, averaging where they are league position wise, and they'll just get relegated. And that's in my opinion. But I do think it'll end 2-0 to Nottingham Forest. Hudson-Odoi will score. Let's go. Chris Wood. He'll go and score. And it'll be a great result, and they can hopefully, transfer relegation. Next match, the biggest match, it's Manchester City versus Liverpool. It's at the Etihad Stadium, so all the Man City fans will be there, all like 10 of them, and all the Liverpool fans, they will be there hoping their team will go and win. And I feel like this is a match where Man City really do need to try and win, so they can tell everyone, okay, look, we're still serious, we're still Pep Guardiola's Manchester City. Everyone's been saying, they lost the aura from like 2-3 years ago when they were so scary. They've got to show that, we're still scary. Liverpool themselves, they need to show everyone, look, we just beat Real Madrid, we can beat anyone now. If they beat Man City, they'll make a statement. Whoever wins here will make a big statement. And one thing for sure, though, is that Man City will start with a 1-goal lead, and that's because of Erling Haaland. He'll definitely score. And I feel like he's going to score. Let's go a brace. 2. Liverpool, they're quite leaky in defence, just like 10 years ago, and I feel like in total they'll concede 4, but I feel like Liverpool will go and score, let's say 2. Salah scoring, and let's go Ekitike scoring as well. And the other 2 will be Ryan Cherky and Phil Foden. They're going to score 1 each. And I feel like this will be a great win for Manchester City and Pep Guardiola, and they can show everyone, look, we're still great. In my predicting the league table for the Premier League, I predicted Manchester City to win the league, and I still believe that. I still feel Arsenal will crumble, and I do think Manchester City will win the league. And if they win here, they have a great chance to show everyone, look, we're still serious. And I think they will win here. So what do you guys think? Could you like, comment, share, subscribe, hype up the video? Thank you for doing so, and thank you for watching.